Hi, my name is Ken Terpkos, and I run a small one-man shop called MaxMotorSports. And this is where it's all done. And this is my cat, Natty, who lets me work in here. So, once upon a time, I was a Jaguar mechanic for almost 10 years, I think. So as time's gone by, people found out I like working on old British things. So there's a few British bikes here. The car we're looking at is a 1968 XKE. Maybe you've seen some of my Facebook posts. It's almost completed now. Just some few minor details. I'm putting some rubber trim on the top, and then I think we're done with it. But it had the engine was removed, clutch put in, and then the owner wanted me to detail the engine bay and the engine, which was quite a project. A lot more work involved than you might think, because the one part you polish, the one next to it looks terrible. So anyway, the corner over here is my office with a lot of memorabilia on this side of the shop. Old albums, videos, shop books, old magazines that have some meaning to me, because like Jim Clark back in the 60s was my hero, and people like him got me started in racing. I probably have road raced most of my adult life in four wheels. Just recently I decided I should go two-wheel racing. I've always had motorcycles, but until recently I thought four-wheeling was the way to go, but motorcycles always attracted me, and now I've sort of fulfilled that dream. But I'll show you what I'm racing here in just a little bit. The bike we're looking at right now is my 1991 ST1100, which is a great sport touring bike. I've got a lot of miles on this bike. It's very reliable for the most part. It's quick and it's a lot of fun to ride. What we're looking at right now is a Gen 3 Spec Racer Ford that was supposed to go to Hallett Motor Speedway this weekend, but that event was canceled. So I'll just have to wait and see where all this virus stuff goes. I hope it's over soon. Here's an interesting motorcycle, or bike. It was my son's bike. I've sort of inherited it right now. It's a 1965 Sears Allstate made by Pook. It may be my new pit bike. Anyway, it runs well. It's kind of cute. This side of the shop is, as you can see, it's sort of an assembly shop, part of the shop, work table, a nice lathe I picked up recently. Now, all British products have about the same DNA. I think that's why I like working on them. I bought this bike as a basket case, this 1972 Norton Commando Combat, probably 35 years ago, and I hauled it to California when I lived there, and hauled it back, and it's languished in the shed for many years. And like I said earlier, I got a wild hair to go racing motorcycles, so this was going to be a street cafe bike, and I sort of got carried away, and it ended up being a full-on Norton race bike, and it is a hoot to ride. Sort of a extreme riding position. It's sort of like being a jockey on a horse. Your knees are tucked up, you're leaned way forward, but it scoots. It's a lot of fun to ride. The bike next to it, the owner saw the Norton, asked if I knew anything about BSAs. I admitted I wasn't a BSA expert, but I think I am now. I've built 3 or 4 bikes for this gentleman. This particular bike is a 1955 BSA that was raced at Daytona on the beach back in the day. And I'm doing some modifications to it to get it street worthy again, or track worthy. I'm not sure what he's going to do with it. It may be up for sale soon. Another gentleman who saw some of my other motorcycle restorations sent me a 1939 R35 BMW that was used by the German Army as a courier bike. It's a survivor. It's not an original trim, but it's going to be. He also sent along this 1958 Royal Enfield, which is also going to get the same treatment. So as soon as the Jag's done, the BMW is next in the queue, and then the Royal Enfield, and we'll see what happens from there. This other corner of the shop is sort of where we do all the dirty work, welding, grinding, some painting, spare parts, chemicals, you name it. And that's about it. This is my shop. It's a perfect one-man shop. I've got a lift, it's heated, it's got air conditioning, nice sound system. Anyway, I can be in quarantine out here for a long time and not complain. I hope the rest of you are doing well, and that's it from Max Motorsports. Thanks for watching.